back in the building. You're now tuned into the recap with the GoodFellaz podcast. We in here. We do this for y'all every week. We break it down. We chop it up. Everything that goes down during the course of the week. And as usual, there's a lot going down, man. You know, whether it's politics, sports, entertainment, whatever. We're here to talk about it. We're here for y'all. We're here to talk about stuff y'all want to talk about. We're here to talk about stuff we want to talk about. We feel like, you know, a lot of times we bullshit, we play around, we talk about sports and social media, but we always want to make sure we get some grown folks talk in the mix. And, you know, something not depressing like politics. So let's get into some grown folks talk real quick. My man Shy actually had a interesting status he had put on his Facebook. And he's like, yo, like, you know, I want to talk about more grown folks issues that people over a certain age should be talking about. So that's how we're going to do. We're going to talk about grown folks business. What are some things that people should be focused on and paying attention to and doing after a certain age? So my man Sha Montana, he's going to rock, you know, in a minute with this topic. But before he does, I'm just letting you know real quick, it's your boy Tommy Guns alongside my man Big A. What up?
What's going on, everybody? You know, man, we getting our grown folk on. You know the GoodFellaz style.
Cheers. My man Dav Noble, AEP presents Holding It Down.
Yo, what's good, everybody? How y'all feeling?
Karev Yah, Heritage Hip Hop, doing what he does.
Peace and blessings, and may everybody have good fortune.
All right, real positive. I like that. And my man Sha Montana. You know what I mean? So,
what up?
Like I said, this is our grown folks segment. Sha, you had put a post on your Facebook page. Why don't you lead this segment off and just, you know, just shit that, you know, we were talking about off the air. Let them know how you feel about grown folks business and the lack of it from people.
Yeah, I think that there's a lot of things, man, that us, particularly us as people of color, even the hip hop generation, that transcends color. Like, honestly, there's people, you know, not to stereotype Caucasian people in a trailer park that could relate to what I'm about to tell y'all, but
okay,
you know, I'm not saying this for no pity or nothing, but you know, recently, you know, I've heard of or dealt with about 4 or 5 deaths within the past couple of weeks, and a couple of them were interesting because it kind of, you know, made me think that, you know, us in particular, us younger people or people from the hood or people from poverty, you know, when we pass away, how are we gonna pay for our funeral expenses?
Wow.
You know, one thing that
I like talk right there.
Yeah, like one thing that I'm realizing, I'm seeing more GoFundMe's to bury people, and it's like, yo, them GoFundMe's don't be, people be asking for like say $10,000-$20,000, and they don't be coming nowhere near that. So you know what I'm saying, like we really need to consider having life insurance, man. Like those of us that got kids. You know, how are they gonna survive when we gone? You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to think about it. We hate thinking about death, but it's something that, you know, and it's cheap. Life insurance ain't that expensive, man.
Yeah.
You know, but that's all I wanted to say.
All right, now, so you have life insurance.
I'm working on it right now.
Okay, all right. And so I guess the recent deaths that you experienced, you know, kind of just put your mind in that direction where I need to handle that.
Yeah.
Okay. And where are you looking for life insurance?
Well, I'm talking to people that are more knowledgeable about it because I'm way late in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. I talked to a dude that literally just got his license last week. You know, which also, you know, I can put y'all, you know, in contact if y'all, you know, want to inquire about it. But he said that, you know, it's kind of one of those things where, you know, when you 19, 20 years old, you know, you could get it for cheap, you know, and right now, being that I'm trying to like just now get it, you know, y'all know I'm 41, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be more expensive, you know, where I could have been paying the same price for all these years, you know, and having life insurance. And if something happens to me, you know, there you go. Like, you don't got to sit here and do a GoFundMe. GoFundMe is not a substitution for having life insurance. You know what I mean?
Word. And you know what's crazy, just to expound upon that, so to speak, but a lot of people don't know that depending on what job, you know, they have, some jobs actually offer a certain amount of life insurance. You might have to go to human resources and inquire about it. They might not necessarily want to give you the money, but check your job out. A lot of jobs offer like basic, it's minimal. I'm not saying you getting like 100 stacks, but you know what I mean? A lot of jobs actually provide you with like bare minimum life insurance. So inquire about that. Do your research like Shah's doing right now. He's, you know, looking for people who actually know what they're doing or in the business of it. So that's always a good look. Does everybody agree with Shah?
Yeah,
Most definitely.
Yes.
yeah,
Most
yeah.
definitely.
Well, that's one of the things that I did have life insurance, and it wasn't it like if I didn't get married, like I probably wouldn't have life insurance. That was definitely something that when I was, when I first got married, my wife was like, "Yeah, we got to do the life insurance." I'm thinking like, "Oh, okay." But Shaw's right, man. There's as you get older, man, there's definitely a lot of things that a lot more things you have to be mindful of as you get older, and you realize that, you know, this process isn't gonna stop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, some things are gonna creak a little more. Certain things are gonna make more sounds when you're trying to stretch. That's what I'm saying. So there's a couple of things that, for me, I think, like Shah says, is important. For me, I think hygiene is important. It's something about being 40 years, if you know people that 40 years old and still don't know how to brush their teeth, like, bro, like, come on, like toothbrush, toothpaste right down the street. You shouldn't have, $400 jeans on and like 5 teeth in your mouth. Like that ain't, I mean? So I say like that, like just at some point, I think you probably might want to live on, be in your own space, or be the master your own domain, and not be dependent on like, your parents, or, like just, and I mean, like, obviously everybody's situations are different, but I mean, just wanting to have something for yourself, getting to the point where, look, I'll go in a store and I'm like, man, if I like a $15 pair of sweats, I'm buying a $15 pair of sweats, and I'm gonna rock them sweats just like anybody who buy $200, $300 pairs of clothes. Like I'm not about that. There was a time and place, back in the day, Tommy, we had the chains and the it was iced out, and I'm like, nah, I'm past
tea, man.
I'm past all that. And
yeah,
main thing that I think as community for minorities we gotta do, we gotta eat better, yo. Like eat better health wise, eat better food, like, bro, like, and I say this is just me. Like I had, health issues from stress and work and all that stuff going into the new year, or going into like last year prior to this. And I said I was gonna go vegetarian for 5 months, like just to see what would happen. And like the difference was crazy. So like right now, me personally, like I cut 98% of meat out of my diet. Like occasionally I may get like a chicken parm or something, because that's like my favorite food. There's no substitute for a good chicken parm. But I'm saying, but like you talking about once every 2 or 3 months, other than that, I stay away from meat. And when I tell you, within the first 3 months of cutting meat out my diet, I dropped like 30 pounds. And I wasn't even working out like that. And so with that, like blood pressure going down, just being active, you know what I mean, every day. You know what I mean? So that's some things I think. Better eating habits, taking vitamins, you know what I mean? Eating just garlic and all types, just realizing that you're not 20 years old. You can't live at 20 years old. You know what I mean? I used to go to a cheesesteak place, you know what I mean? East Oak, get 2 cheesesteaks for like $5 and
Crown's fried chicken.
Can't do that no more. Can't do that. Can't do it. So
that's what's up, man. Yo, like this is actually a good topic. We got to get into some grown folks biz, because it's like a lot of times, the hip hop culture, there's not enough emphasis on healthy living.
It promotes recklessness, honestly.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like business, like what should, like I said, life insurance, you know, health, you know what I mean? Like, you know, and it's important. You know, me personally, I feel like just on just basic shit. I don't even consider it's grown. I just feel like it's after a certain, I don't know, but you gotta have a 401k or you gotta have some type of retirement plan, whether it's 401k, whether it's a Roth IRA, whether it's something after a certain age, you gotta be saving towards retirement. Otherwise, you're really just living check to check. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and you know, when you're young, you're like, all right, cool, you know, I'm making money. I'll be out. You don't see past, you know, maybe a couple weeks, couple months. But after a while, especially when you have kids, you have like, yo, if something happens to me, yo, what are they gonna have to survive on? What when I decide to retire, like, what am I gonna live on? Like, you definitely got to have some type of retirement plan, some type of escape plan from this this work till you die culture. You know what I'm saying? Yo, life insurance very important. Even shit like man, like yo, your credit after a while, like you know what I mean? Like, you know, and I say that I also say this, like, yo, don't get involved. Like your credit is important, but a lot of it you can do yourself, yo. Like I see a lot of people like, yeah, man, I'll fix your credit, I'll do this, and that. I'm not really, I mean, you know, I'm not here to knock nobody's hustle, but yo, be very careful, yo. A lot of that's suspect. It comes down to you paying your bills on time, not spending the majority of whatever your credit limit is, and like having less and less debt. Real simple. Like, yo, if you're living on debt, yo, get rid of it. Yo, basic stuff you can do will just help your credit overall without having to go to some agency or somebody you've seen on Facebook, like, yo, I'll fix your credit for what, like, nah, man, like simple stuff you could do, yo. Like, yo, credit is not the answer. Like, yo, try to avoid spending money you don't have. You know, like it's cool. Like I said, when you're young, it's like, all right, whatever. I need these Jordans or whatever. But after a certain age, like you can't afford them Jordans with the money in your pocket or in your bank account. You probably don't need them. You know, I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
Also, I wanna kind of just give like a little testimony on how my credit is, for the most part, pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I use it for my job a lot because, you know, we purchase a lot of materials. So when we make major purchases, my credit does go down. But for the most part, how I keep my credit up is, you know, I don't pay based on when the due date is. I pay when I get paid. Yeah. Every single credit card that I have gets some type of payment. Every single credit card. Yeah. They get something. You know, and you know, I do it that way. I don't wait for them to tell me it's due. I pay in advance.
Yeah. You know, here's another little tip. I don't mean to interrupt, and then we're gonna ask everybody else. No homo. But yo, set up automatic payments. Like one of the, you know, when you have, you don't want to be. I don't know. This is how I feel about it. Like you don't want to have to like have a whole bunch of papers like in your wherever you keep your important papers. Like set up automatic payments. Make sure your bills are paid automatically. You don't got to worry about it. You don't got to remember. You don't got to misplace something. Yo, all my shit's paid automatically, yo. Like, I don't have to, worry, but so much. And, you know, I look at my bank account to make everything straight, but, you know, you don't try to remember all this stuff you got to pay. Like, it leads to stuff getting forgotten or lost. When you miss a payment, you know what I mean? That messes up your credit. Don't pay minimum balance. So, like, yo, throw a couple hundred or, you know, whatever it is your balance is, man. Like, throw some money at that. Get rid of that quickly, man. Like that minimum payment stuff. Like, nah, man, don't even do it to yourself. If you can avoid it, I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Yo, Karev is making the funniest faces down there, bro. I need to figure out what you got.
Karev, what up, yo, drop some knowledge on us real quick. Cause you making these faces, you know what I mean?
Oh no, I'm just listening. I'm not against credit repair. My business partner does credit repair, and he's like one of the few people I could say who does credit repair who's legit. He got a house off my credit. He got student debt off of people's credit. He even got child support off of some people's credit. So if you want to talk to somebody who does credit legitly, we can have him on the show. As far as
that's a good topic.
As far as life insurance is very important for 3 reasons. You're gonna fucking die. Bottom line. So protect your family. Not really. I ain't trying to be funny. This is serious. But life insurance is a bank account. Who the fuck don't like money? See, I'm going to teach y'all life insurance for those of you who don't know another way. If you like money, life insurance is investing within yourself first, because that's money you could put away. You can use your life insurance to invest. You could use it to pay off a debt, and you could use it to open up other accounts within the company or your bank to ensure your children or your spouse or partner money as well.
I ain't know that.
For instance, many business people in America, the elite upper echelon, they average about 5 life insurance accounts or themselves per. And so then when their children are alive or going to get born, they either open another account or they borrow from their life insurance to put into their children's life insurance. Your life insurance is more than just, I'm going to die, this is money to put away. It also helps for tax reasons. It helps for charitable consideration. It helps for, like I said, paying off debts and investing in your children. All right. So I think it's about rule. Everybody's life is different. So I'm not going to say everybody should do this as a term of do it, but it's something to consider. When you have a child, Gerber does life insurance for children that you can turn into a teenage account, into a college account, into a college what it's called a custodial or account. You can do that with the life insurance for children. That's very important. In New York State, I didn't do New Jersey's research because I want to heard about this, but New York State on average is $9,000 to bury somebody. All right, that's on average. The OG who passed away, Jalil from not Jalil, I'm sorry, Ecstasy from Houdini. They tried to raise $9,000 to bury him recently. And a lot of people are going against their wills and having cremations because it's cheaper than a formal funeral. So if there's some things that you want to do, then your life insurance policy is something that you may want to look into. As the gentleman said earlier, yes, your job can give you have Lincoln Rock Financial. You have a couple on ones that I know of, Black Rock and things like that they do some financial things with your job. But don't only rely on your job, because if your job went down, that's the end of your policy, unless you have an agreement where you can get that money and transfer it. So look into Plymouth, look into Aflac, look into Primerica if those are things that you like. Look at I forgot the other one. I apologize, it skips my mind. But life insurance not only is what helps build this country's economy, it also is a debt protection for the person who has it and for your children, if you will, the estate off as well. We had Amir Adiyar had a friend, Shah had a friend who passed away tragically, and he was able to take care of his family, his funeral, his children's. Yeah, more than one child, like 4 children, I forgot, but his children's college, his funeral, his lady, all that because he had multiple life insurance policies. The earlier you get your life insurance, the better, because you could pay anywhere from $5 a month to $20 a month. Let alone if you get sick, you'll be paying anywhere from $40 to $120 a month. So use it to your advantage. Life insurance is very important. It's more than just, I'm going to die and I want a gold casket. It could be, listen, we have something that needs to be done. Let's borrow from this. It's not a big tax if you take it, if one at all. It depends on how you set it up.
Yeah.
But it's something that I think every person of color, especially in this country, should definitely have, because you never know what asshole out there is going to try to hurt you or your children. You know what I'm saying?
That's just natural causes. COVID, yo. If one thing that 2020 taught us is like nobody's safe.
Exactly.
So
one thing, the only I think nobody mentioned was a will.
I did. I said you could will off to your children. You could send. You could put it like this, yo. And this is the most important thing. I had a conversation with a gentleman from Allstate when I was looking for life insurance like years ago, right? And I would told him, because I was very ignorant to insurance, and I was like, why would I pay insurance and I may not use it? And that's when I learned the difference between full life and term life insurance. And he was like, well, you know how if you have a car, if you get into an accident, it covers you, so you don't have to pay everything. You have a deductible and everything. I said, sure. He said, well, life insurance is like this. And he didn't teach me this because this is something that you had to know about. But if you have term life or full life, you could interchange them. So you could change them, right? But he said, if you have children, and God forbid, anything that happens where you get into an accident, you go on a trip and pass away, or you get sick, you want not only to your children are going to grieve, but you could take some of the grief off when your debt comes out and somebody has to cover it.
Yeah.
And that's something that you have to think about. So all you selfish bastards out there, because some people are very selfish and they think it's all everybody be fine if I'm just going. No matter what happens after you're gone, whatever's in your name, your legacy, whether it's a paper trail of bills or your namesake, it transfers to your family. So please be mindful of what you have and what you leave behind, because no matter if you think nobody's there for you or nobody cares, somebody's gonna have to carry your memory one way or the other.
Yeah, facts, yo. Big A, grown folks talk. You got any advice or anything that you've learned or anything you feel that we should talk about while we talking
Um,
about it?
Something, yeah, real simple. Read the fine print. A lot of times, when you're going somewhere and then people you're doing some business with somebody, they're so quick to get you to sign, but you don't read the fine print. Having a parent that was partially handicapped visually, I learned how to read the fine print. And if you just tell somebody, hold on 1 second, I'm reading it, most times they're gonna be impressed at the fact you want to sit there and read something of the verbiage. Now, usually they'll put the verbiage in a language where they'll try to confuse you if you're not up on it. All simply do, you ask them, what does this mean? Because you're not forced to sign anything. Nothing you do business with, you're not forced. So you ask them, what does this mean? And you make them explain it. Because if they can't explain it, somebody's supposed to be able to explain what's in the contract. Otherwise, don't sign it. Don't sign it, because you mean there's a lot of things that people get caught up with that you don't realize you're signing virtually or physically. I mean, a lot of times you download apps, you don't realize what you're giving what kind of security you're giving away, your personal information. So it's an old saying, it's in the fine print. Read the fine print. It won't hurt you. I guarantee you, it won't hurt you. It'll help you. What's up, Sha?
I wanna back up what you're saying, because as y'all know, most of y'all probably know, I work for a cable company. For years, they've been saying, "Oh yeah, we give you all 3 services for $70 or whatever, $100." They don't tell, like in the fine print, they tell you there's a whole bunch of other shit. There's the equipment, there's this service, there's that fee. Like they don't tell you that $100 that they preach about turns out it becomes $140 real quick. You know what I mean?
Read the fine print. Don't end up signing a Birdman contract. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's real, because even let's kind of bring this to something that maybe the hip hop generation can understand. Don't you guys ever wonder, like here we are, the 2020s, like, why are rappers still signing bad contracts? If you don't understand it, find a lawyer who can break it down for you.
Amen.
Make sure that's your lawyer and not the lawyer of the people who want you to sign it, by the way. But if you don't understand it, don't sign. There's no rush to sign your life away. You know what I'm saying? Like a smart man, grown folks business.
Questions.
Yeah. They will
be afraid, like, to ask questions, like, oh, they're gonna think I'm stupid. Like, bro, I 50,000 questions until I understand what I gotta sign. Any day.
Yeah.
And shout out to Vince Staples, because he talked about how his financial person who's in charge of his career actually put into his contract how the record label had to get him life insurance and things like that. So those are the type of people that you want in your corner.
Yeah, if you're doing business, like, consult with a lawyer. It's just like if you're selling a house or selling something, like, consult with a lawyer or a legal expert. Just don't think you're so smart, or you don't want to appear like you're not smart. Like, like Dad said, ask questions. Make sure you know exactly what you're signing. Make sure you're getting exactly what you're asking for. Simple stuff. Big A, you definitely brought up a valid point.
Yeah, and Tommy,
salespeople are very pushy.
Tommy, like you said, it's good to know who you're dealing with, because you don't want their lawyer reading the contract, wording it in a way that it's not actually written, because you don't understand. Ask Meg Thee Stallion. She broke down in 2019. She broke down and started to cry on her live because she was in a bad contract, because she didn't have her lawyer read it. she allowed their lawyer to read it.
Yeah.
And she got put in a bad contract. So, you know, it took some powerful people to get her out of that contract that she was in. Now she's made back to making music. But if it wasn't for the controversy that whenever came out, but if it wasn't for her ignorance and not reading the fine print, and that's the thing, a lot of people don't read the fine print in certain things. You like, for instance, I'm gonna tell you, I had to get my truck serviced because the airbags are recalled on for Toyota. Shout out to Toyota.
Shout out to Toyota.
So my truck had to get serviced by a dealership. So by right, a lot of people don't know, if you have to take your vehicle to a dealership, you don't have to sit there. You say, hey, just give me a loaner. Because if you have to go to work or you have you can just tell them, hey, I have something important to do. Give me I need a loaner for this. Now, and on the fine print, the person who signed off for me to have my loaner signed off for me to have it until Monday. So I had to take it in on Friday, but she signed off for me to have it till I have to literally have the truck till Monday. But the fine print said, if I don't bring the truck back the day that my truck is finished service, I'll have to pay an extra fee of $53 per day. Now, had I just listened to the person who said, hey, you can have it to the Monday, don't worry about it, you'll be fine, I end up paying $100 extra dollars for no reason, because I didn't read the fine print.
Definitely, yo, that's what's up, man. Yo, shout out to everybody tuning in right now. We are the GoodFellaz. This is the recap with the GoodFellaz podcast. We talking grown folks business, yo. Yo, one more thing. Yo, make sure your dental health is on point, yo. This is not like a cool topic or whatever, but like, yo, when it comes to these dentists is making a killing, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, implants, repairs, yo, like root canals, like, yo, you do not even want to be in that situation, because you're gonna end up dropping stacks trying to get your teeth fixed. Yo, take the time, brush your teeth. I know it doesn't sound cool, but yo, you'll save yourself thousands of dollars, yo, because yo, I mean, unless you don't care. I mean, if you out here thugging it, that's on you. But yo, take the time, go to make sure you go to your dental appointments. Like I said, it doesn't sound cool, but you will be saving yourself thousands of dollars, yo. I know too many people that had to learn the hard way. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got to say. Yo, anybody else got any grown folks advice, grown folks business real quick?
Yeah, stock market, man. Like,
what's up?
Don't be ignorant of stocks.
Word.
Try to learn it to some degree,
Word.
Legal money.
That's it.
We need to be legal money, because enough minority people in jail. We need legal, and there's enough legal opportunities to make money that 40 years old, man, we got to do better than running the block 40 years old, bro. Like, there's way too much knowledge, there's way too much smarts, there's way too much just talent in the community to be wasted in jail. So if you at this point, like, you can look, even if you got work, like, yo, there is money to be made legally out there to keep you out of jail, so that you can be there for your family, so that when you get older, you can read the fine print and get you a life insurance policy for your family. Bam. Yes. I'm done.
And you could be on an eclectic perspective.
That too.
Word. Yo, one more thing. For everybody out there who got kids, yo, set up that college plan as early as possible. It's called the 529 savings account. I know in Jersey, I think it's Franklin Templeton runs one of the better ones out there. Yo, set it up early. Yo, you got a kid that's 1 year old, 2 years old, lock them in a CD. You can go to your bank. They will give you, you'll be the guardian of it, but it's basically for your kids. Lock it in early. Money multiplies over time with interest. So you're going to make more money if you start from age 2 than if you start from age 20. You know what I mean? So, yo, lock it in. Like, use the way rich people get rich, just follow it. You know what I'm saying? Like, set that up, CDs, bank accounts, college savings plans for everybody out there with kids. And of course, the life insurance, like, make sure your family's covered. If something happened, even on your 401k, make sure that they give you all this paperwork. Make sure that you assign shares of your 401k to people who might need it. You know, in the fine print, it's like, do you want 50% for so and so, or you can actually put 50% for my wife, 25% for kid number one. Kid, you know what I mean? Like, look at the fine print even of that, because let's say God forbid something happens. Yeah, you got the 401k, but if it all goes to you and you ain't got no will, what's gonna happen?
Exactly.
Just things to think about. You know what I mean?
And for everybody out there that loves tax money, if you get a good amount of tax money, here's a tip for you: go to TD Ameritrade or go to your bank. $1,500 or $2,000 can open up a money market account. So if you have kids, like you said 1, 2 years old, do an aggressive account on stocks, whereas technology and things like that, pharmaceuticals and things, you will give your child enough cushion of something that they have, whether you want them to touch it at 21 or later. You control it. You'll cushion your child off to have something beneficial for when they become of age in society.
Word.
Definitely, man. Yo, so that's our grown folks talk segment. We are the Goodfellas. Like I said, man, we ain't just here partying bullshit. We also want to talk about real issues that affect real people and keep it real entertaining, of course. I'm your boy Tommy Guns. Dav Noble AEP presents. Where can they reach you at online, social media, and all that?
You can get me on my Facebook group at A.E.P presents First Thoughts, and you can hit me up on Instagram at DA_AEP.
And let them know about the Facebook group real quick.
Oh, again, the Facebook group was A.E.P presents First Thoughts Pop Culture Group. Come holla at us.
Yeah. Sean Montana, the priest, the prophet, the goon. Where can they reach you at our social media?
You can reach me on Instagram at GOTHYQ. You can reach me on Instagram also at GoodFellazTV.com.
You gonna throw that Cash App out there while you at it? No, I'm about to play with you. Yeah, man. Yo,
it's my birthday.
Word. Karev, yeah, Heritage Hip Hop. Let them know where they can reach you on social media and let them know about the website.
HeritageHipHop.com and Heritage Hip Hop everywhere. Google us and join the movement. We invest in people, not playlists. So are you worth invested in? Why not you? Come find out.
Okay. My man Big A, where can they reach you at on social media?
What's going on? It's your man Big A. You can reach me at money sign AHDAYR. That's my cash app. No, you can reach me at AHDAYR. I'm here. I'm always trying to have a good time. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok. I still didn't do a video yet. Everybody getting on me. I will do a video when I figure out what's worth doing a video for. But anyway, I'm on there too. I'm all over the place. Yo, Tommy Guns. Oh, also you can check me out on GoodFellaz TV. That's GoodFellaz TV.com. And Tommy Guns, where can they check you out, my brother?
I mean, I'm in these internet streets. You can hit me on Facebook, Instagram at DJ Tommy Guns. Facebook, if you know, you know. If you don't, hey, you better find out. And of course, GoodFellazTV.com. New music, pop culture news, hot chicks, everything that a DJ needs to, have his ish in order. Make sure you check out GoodFellazTV.com. You will not be disappointed. Matter of fact, subscribe to the newsletter. You get into that email list, man. You get all types of ish on there. GoodFellazTV.com. And with that being said, we'll see you next week. Recap with the Goodfellas podcast. Until then, peace.